Why I will be angry. Why I will be angry. A parking ticket was issued for an illegally parked vehicle. A parking ticket was issued for an illegally parked vehicle. My other sister, Nicole, works as a branch manager at a large bank. My other sister, Nicole, works as a branch manager at a large bank. Do we have to suggest? Do we have to suggest? Won't I suffer last year? Won't I suffer last year? I feel bad. I feel bad. I cooked dinner for my family. I cooked dinner for my family. Can't be an artist now? Can't be an artist now? He seems confident in his abilities. He seems confident in his abilities. I will not care. I will not care. We don't comment every day. We don't comment every day. Both options have their drawbacks. Both options have their drawbacks. Is our daughter a comedian? Is our daughter a comedian? Tries to save money. Tries to save money. Are we rarely nutritionists? Are we rarely nutritionists? I will do my best. I will do my best. That book is interesting. That book is interesting. I'm going to bed early later tonight. I'm going to bed early later tonight. The woman seen in the red hat is my aunt. The woman seen in the red hat is my aunt. You can't imagine daily. You can't imagine daily. I have some money in my wallet. I have some money in my wallet. We used to play basketball in high school. We used to play basketball in high school. They cannot experience after 1 second. They cannot experience after 1 second. Couldn't he then race at 3 a.m.? Couldn't he then race at 3 a.m.? I don't understand. I don't understand. The plane flew above the clouds. The plane flew above the clouds. I found my keys. I found my keys. I have never tried bungee jumping. I have never tried bungee jumping. How do you make a living? How do you make a living? They don't start a war right away. They don't start a war right away. The dog barked all night. The dog barked all night. Can you extend it? Can you extend it? Were his half-brothers pipeplayers? Were his half-brothers pipeplayers? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Discussion topics. Discussion topics. The situation in the country is positive. The situation in the country is positive. I went to the school today. I went to the school today. We visited our grandparents at the weekend. We visited our grandparents at the weekend. Were their children lawyers? Were their children lawyers? Could he replace it? Could he replace it? He brushes his teeth before going to bed. He brushes his teeth before going to bed. He could not impose occasionally. He could not impose occasionally. The teacher is explaining the lesson to the students. The teacher is explaining the lesson to the students. I give up. I give up. When he comes, we'll be long gone. When he comes, we'll be long gone. Did you do it? Did you do it? Not every day will confess. Not every day will confess. Are there any character restrictions in this field? Are there any character restrictions in this field? He said to me, I have a job interview tomorrow. He said to me, I have a job interview tomorrow. The party was so much fun, we had a great time. The party was so much fun, we had a great time. When are you coming? When are you coming? I didn't practice playing the piano and my skills didn't improve as a result. I didn't practice playing the piano and my skills didn't improve as a result. Aren't we guards every day? Aren't we guards every day? I studied French at university. I studied French at university. I was sorry. I was sorry. He swam in the pool. He swam in the pool. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience. For example, weren't they? Weren't they? We don't want to be late. We don't want to be late. My son was the conductor of the orchestra. My son was the conductor of the orchestra. Hope the weather will be nice this weekend. Hope the weather will be nice this weekend. It gets very hot here, especially in summer. It gets very hot here, especially in summer. Sold out. Sold out. Can't they close after 2 days? Can't they close after 2 days? Was your stepmother a choreographer? Was your stepmother a choreographer? Players will rehearse for the play for weeks. Players will rehearse for the play for weeks. Don't they ride normally? Don't they ride normally? Does not live at noon. Does not live at noon. The window was closed by John. The window was closed by John. After one night we must be playwrights. After one night we must be playwrights. What exactly is the cycle time? What exactly is the cycle time? Fill in for performance Excel. Fill in for performance Excel. Didn't I remove it? Didn't I remove it? The salesperson will be 10 years. The salesperson will be 10 years. Property. Property. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. I would like to work in a worry-free world. I would like to work in a worry-free world. The photo taken on the beach shows our family. The photo taken on the beach shows our family. Do you sell reusable water bottles? Do you sell reusable water bottles? He came to the meeting first. He came to the meeting first. When the opportunity arose, he had to seize it. When the opportunity arose, he had to seize it. English sentences that can be used every day. English sentences that can be used every day. Please stay calm and give yourself time to heal. Please stay calm and give yourself time to heal. Can I always make cream? Can I always make cream? We'll start a war. We'll start a war. My sister is on the phone. My sister is on the phone. I can't get on the roller coaster. I get motion sickness. I can't get on the roller coaster. I get motion sickness. Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? Can it last 2 weeks? Can it last 2 weeks? Can you reach this address? Can you reach this address? You often do forestry. You often do forestry. I shouldn't be quoting 1 a.m. later. I shouldn't be quoting 1 a.m. later. This place is so bright. This place is so bright. I will help my friend move into a new flat. I will help my friend move into a new flat. They had been discussing politics for hours but could not reach a consensus. They had been discussing politics for hours but could not reach a consensus. I want to go to the park, my friends want to go there too. I want to go to the park, my friends want to go there too. His friends were scientists. His friends were scientists. Shouldn't you be hurt? Shouldn't you be hurt? I've been taking piano lessons for a year, he said. I've been taking piano lessons for a year, he said. Is her brother-in-law an astronomer? Is her brother-in-law an astronomer? I can't believe how fast the year goes by. I can't believe how fast the year goes by. We visited our elders yesterday. We visited our elders yesterday. I thought so, too. I thought so, too. Let's continue. Let's continue. You have internet problem on your side. You have internet problem on your side. They were having a picnic in the park on Sunday. They were having a picnic in the park on Sunday. I am a little sick. I am a little sick. What letter is this? What letter is this? Your son is an esthetician. Your son is an esthetician. I need to convert this dollar to euro. I need to convert this dollar to euro. Can we add? Can we add? We should probably go. We should probably go. I think too. I think too. Tommy has more grapes than Tony. Tommy has more grapes than Tony. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? Don't you know at noon? Don't you know at noon? Mom, I messed up. Mom, I messed up. The teacher corrects the exams. The teacher corrects the exams. His health is improving after the surgery. His health is improving after the surgery. The movie was too scary for me to watch it to the end. The movie was too scary for me to watch it to the end. I will be living in Japan for the next 2 years. I will be living in Japan for the next 2 years. Are there any special promotions today? Are there any special promotions today? 1. I am not sure I can do this. 1. I am not sure I can do this. He'll be back at 6 p.m. He'll be back at 6 p.m. They received a surprise gift while celebrating their anniversary. They received a surprise gift while celebrating their anniversary. It can be published after 4 weeks. It can be published after 4 weeks. I probably smile and laugh a lot. I probably smile and laugh a lot. What are you planning to do on the weekend? What are you planning to do on the weekend? We finished the whole mission. We finished the whole mission. The park is very peaceful and quiet. The park is very peaceful and quiet. Not all come. Not all come. Up to you. Up to you. I guess I didn't have time for you because I was busy last week. I guess I didn't have time for you because I was busy last week. I came back for you but you were gone. I came back for you but you were gone. I do not organize. I do not organize. Is Wi-Fi paid? Is Wi-Fi paid? Why don't I show you how to do this properly? Why don't I show you how to do this properly? He wrote an article about the advantages of renewable energy sources. He wrote an article about the advantages of renewable energy sources. Is your half-sister a nutritionist? Is your half-sister a nutritionist? It may rain. It may rain. In the afternoon they will have a picnic in the park. In the afternoon they will have a picnic in the park. Could he never be a doctor? Could he never be a doctor? Her sisters were educators. Her sisters were educators. He became a shoemaker 2 weeks later. He became a shoemaker 2 weeks later. If yes, have you had any problems with it? If yes, have you had any problems with it? The kids made a mess. The kids made a mess. Workers have been building the house for months. Workers have been building the house for months. I have a rash. I have a rash. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? You stay here with me. You stay here with me. I was outside the group. I was outside the group. I have a coffee when I get home. I have a coffee when I get home. You should clean your room before you go out. You should clean your room before you go out. 10 years should not be thanked. 10 years should not be thanked. I was so sick that I couldn't stay awake. I was so sick that I couldn't stay awake. Should be more careful while driving. Should be more careful while driving. I understand the situation. I understand the situation. We studied English grammar. We studied English grammar. Let me know if you need a break. Let me know if you need a break. Can they live beyond 5 years? Can they live beyond 5 years? Rarely a lieutenant. Rarely a lieutenant. What kind of music do you listen? What kind of music do you listen? Handle of the door. Handle of the door. They had already seen that movie, so they decided to watch a different movie. They had already seen that movie, so they decided to watch a different movie. I had never seen the ocean before and it was breathtaking. I had never seen the ocean before and it was breathtaking. They drive to work together. They drive to work together. These are my favorite paintings. These are my favorite paintings. May occur frequently. May occur frequently. I have never seen a more beautiful sunset than last night. I have never seen a more beautiful sunset than last night. Should be ignored every day. Should be ignored every day. I have a lot of experience in this field. I have a lot of experience in this field. Are there any books on the shelf? Are there any books on the shelf? Can I use your phone for a minute? Can I use your phone for a minute? We walked around the city for hours. We walked around the city for hours. Who do you love most in your family? Who do you love most in your family? You don't often become CEO. You don't often become CEO. The movie, which was released last week, is a complete comedy. The movie, which was released last week, is a complete comedy. We have to wait until the traffic clears up. We have to wait until the traffic clears up. They closed the station. They closed the station. Coffee tastes bitter. Coffee tastes bitter. We are studying for the exam. We are studying for the exam. She was doing yoga in the living room. She was doing yoga in the living room. He is usually 6 years old after a tennis match. He is usually 6 years old after a tennis match. How to better manage inter-team dependencies. How to better manage inter-team dependencies. My lottery ticket is lost. My lottery ticket is lost. I went to the market to buy something to eat. I went to the market to buy something to eat. He wouldn't complain. He wouldn't complain. Can't inspect? Can't inspect? Can I have a visitor? Can I have a visitor? I am going to the garden. I am going to the garden. Can't promise right now? Can't promise right now? Sorted by priority. Sorted by priority. What a delicious dessert. What a delicious dessert. Let me know if you want me to bring anything. Let me know if you want me to bring anything. May I have your luggage tag, please? May I have your luggage tag, please? Change. Change. May not attend after midnight. May not attend after midnight. Shouldn't it be named every day? Shouldn't it be named every day? They were listening to the radio. They were listening to the radio. Athletes will compete at the Olympic Games next year. Athletes will compete at the Olympic Games next year. Shouldn't they hide at sunset? Shouldn't they hide at sunset? He won't go to the party if he's not feeling well. He won't go to the party if he's not feeling well. He should learn to cook. He should learn to cook. The sun shines brightly in the morning. The sun shines brightly in the morning. I bought a book. I bought a book. How much is this? How much is this? In conclusion. In conclusion. The law is clear. The law is clear. Shouldn't he be a marketer in 5 seconds? Shouldn't he be a marketer in 5 seconds? I will be missing often. I will be missing often. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. I will do laundry at 8 p.m. I will do laundry at 8 p.m. Sincere. Sincere. I want to go shopping and my friends want to go too. I want to go shopping and my friends want to go too. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I participated in a photography competition to showcase my work. I participated in a photography competition to showcase my work. The bus driver was very friendly. The bus driver was very friendly. They studied abroad for a while. They studied abroad for a while. Therapist at sunrise? Therapist at sunrise? They discuss the problem. They discuss the problem. My car broke down on the way to work, as if I didn't have a problem. My car broke down on the way to work, as if I didn't have a problem. His half-sister was an electrician. His half-sister was an electrician. Credit. Credit. He was rarely a lawyer. He was rarely a lawyer. Were their kids firefighters? Were their kids firefighters? Can't they demand? Can't they demand? Not even near. Not even near. We need a lawyer, someone to help him. We need a lawyer, someone to help him. Your friend was the captain. Your friend was the captain. We should have listened to the weather forecast. We should have listened to the weather forecast. How long will you stay in the country? How long will you stay in the country? Where can I find the payment counter? Where can I find the payment counter? I'm going to paint my bedroom next weekend. I'm going to paint my bedroom next weekend. If you want to finish the task, you must start immediately. If you want to finish the task, you must start immediately. Do they often watch? Do they often watch? Rarely have to score points? Rarely have to score points? He should apologize for his behavior. He should apologize for his behavior. We had the plumber replace the broken sink. We had the plumber replace the broken sink. He's not coming to the meeting, and neither am I. He's not coming to the meeting, and neither am I. I agree with your thinking. I agree with your thinking. We want 4 tickets, please. We want 4 tickets, please. The story is about a famous historical event. The story is about a famous historical event. I want to buy 2 tickets. I want to buy 2 tickets. As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Don't we estimate yearly? Don't we estimate yearly? He needs to buy a plane ticket. He needs to buy a plane ticket. Is he caught? Is he caught? Wasn't I a housewife next year? Wasn't I a housewife next year? Should I enter later? Should I enter later? Struggle. Struggle. Please pay attention to the instructions. Please pay attention to the instructions. We paint the living room. We paint the living room. Grandson's CO. Grandson's CO. He couldn't find his phone in his bag. He couldn't find his phone in his bag. We were playing board games with our friends. We were playing board games with our friends. The baby was crawling on the floor and exploring. The baby was crawling on the floor and exploring. Do you think I'm beautiful? Do you think I'm beautiful? Can't they demand? Can't they demand? Is our mom the sheriff? Is our mom the sheriff? The agency works to help the homeless. The agency works to help the homeless. We had a party on New Year's Eve. We had a party on New Year's Eve. We were watching a movie in the cinema. We were watching a movie in the cinema. The song was written by a famous songwriter. The song was written by a famous songwriter. We were presidents from time to time. We were presidents from time to time. Do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? He has to call his mother to celebrate his birthday. He has to call his mother to celebrate his birthday. That address. That address. He likes to listen to music while cooking. He likes to listen to music while cooking. I put my phone in my bag. I put my phone in my bag. My sister called me this morning. My sister called me this morning. I will go to the shop tomorrow. I will go to the shop tomorrow. If he finishes his work, he will come to the party. If he finishes his work, he will come to the party. They said we've been waiting for an hour. They said we've been waiting for an hour. My husband is a cop. My husband is a cop. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. It was an ordinary conversation. It was an ordinary conversation. He wrote an article on the advantages of learning a second language. He wrote an article on the advantages of learning a second language. Did you take anything from the minibar last night? Did you take anything from the minibar last night? You didn't tell me anything about yourself. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. His sister is a lawyer. His sister is a lawyer. After 4 weeks you will step up. After 4 weeks you will step up. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. You immediately became a paramedic. You immediately became a paramedic. Although the situation is challenging, we must remain optimistic. Although the situation is challenging, we must remain optimistic. I will speak English with my children. I will speak English with my children. Was he the bartender now? Was he the bartender now? Didn't I talk? Didn't I talk? He was defending. He was defending. I don't want to lose a lot of things to look good. I don't want to lose a lot of things to look good. My mother left my father again and came home a little earlier than I expected. My mother left my father again and came home a little earlier than I expected. I care about the next 4 centuries. I care about the next 4 centuries. One afternoon did not heal. One afternoon did not heal. The rest of the job. The rest of the job. Blue sky is brighter than gray clouds. Blue sky is brighter than gray clouds. You can adapt after one night. You can adapt after one night. I don't know if it will come. I don't know if it will come. I will help my friend move into a new flat. I will help my friend move into a new flat. My book is bigger than your book. My book is bigger than your book. Workers are building a new house. Workers are building a new house. The act of vandalism is illegal. The act of vandalism is illegal. You often feel. You often feel. 2 weeks? 2 weeks? We have a lot of tickets for what's going to be released in the next sprint. We have a lot of tickets for what's going to be released in the next sprint. May not be able to do normal tailoring. May not be able to do normal tailoring. Does he have? Does he have? Do you have any children? Do you have any children? It won't go until you say goodbye to everyone. It won't go until you say goodbye to everyone. What is the end of the topic? What is the end of the topic? Was my daughter a factory worker? Was my daughter a factory worker? Was she a stylist 2 years ago? Was she a stylist 2 years ago? We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. We are chatting in English. We are chatting in English. Can they insist right away? Can they insist right away? Joe is with me. Joe is with me. This is your pet's food. This is your pet's food. I run in the park every morning. I run in the park every morning. We crossed the busy street. We crossed the busy street. Spending. Spending. I will kill. I will kill. Very big. Very big. Let's have lunch at that new restaurant. Let's have lunch at that new restaurant. They are studying for the exam. They are studying for the exam. Mary will be aware of this situation. Mary will be aware of this situation. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. Can we be ecologist in 4 hours? Can we be ecologist in 4 hours? Informative. Informative. After 5 weekends he is a garbage collector. After 5 weekends he is a garbage collector. Doesn't it normally diversify? Doesn't it normally diversify? Gradually. Gradually. Doesn't say much. Doesn't say much. Is your stepbrother the governor? Is your stepbrother the governor? Can't they go to the army after 3 weeks? Can't they go to the army after 3 weeks? I wish I knew how to fix cars, I could save on repairs. I wish I knew how to fix cars, I could save on repairs. His bike was stolen last night. His bike was stolen last night. He enjoys playing chess in his spare time. He enjoys playing chess in his spare time. He swam in the pool yesterday. He swam in the pool yesterday. They will go hiking in the mountains. They will go hiking in the mountains. These are crowded shops. These are crowded shops. You are good actually you are better than me. You are good actually you are better than me. The best way to calm a crying baby is to gently shake it. The best way to calm a crying baby is to gently shake it. We destroy. We destroy. We were watching a match when our team scored. We were watching a match when our team scored. They slept 8 hours last night. They slept 8 hours last night. Your husband is a designer. Your husband is a designer. I was in secretarial faculty. I was in secretarial faculty. I'll take a hit. I'll take a hit. They are building a sand castle on the beach. They are building a sand castle on the beach. Had they finished their presentation before the meeting began? Had they finished their presentation before the meeting began? Will you marry me in 10 years? Will you marry me in 10 years? I wish he knew the traffic before he left the house. I wish he knew the traffic before he left the house. He is very generous and always helps others. He is very generous and always helps others. Participant. Participant. Did they become a tailor in 2 seconds before? Did they become a tailor in 2 seconds before? What is your seat number? What is your seat number? Were you the manager then? Were you the manager then? If you'd bought the ingredients, we could have cooked together. If you'd bought the ingredients, we could have cooked together. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Will it encourage? Will it encourage? I will seize every opportunity that comes my way. I will seize every opportunity that comes my way. I'm going to the bus stop. I'm going to the bus stop. I see him often. I see him often. How do you spell your name? How do you spell your name? Do you like sunset? Do you like sunset? The dog was wagging its tail happily. The dog was wagging its tail happily. What is your job? What is your job? Won't they listen? Won't they listen? Doesn't he call at sunrise? Doesn't he call at sunrise? Are my grandchildren anthropologists? Are my grandchildren anthropologists? Were my cousins actors? Were my cousins actors? I have to skip to another meeting. I have to skip to another meeting. We can kill at noon. We can kill at noon. You watch movies on Friday evenings. You watch movies on Friday evenings. For I'm going to the amusement park. For I'm going to the amusement park. We will travel to a new country. We will travel to a new country. We hope to travel to different countries. We hope to travel to different countries. He has been studying Spanish for 6 months. He has been studying Spanish for 6 months. He cleans his house every weekend. He cleans his house every weekend. Your family was a stockbroker. Your family was a stockbroker. Wasn't he a columnist 3 minutes ago? Wasn't he a columnist 3 minutes ago? Are my grandchildren stylists? Are my grandchildren stylists? Doesn't he look at the sunset? Doesn't he look at the sunset? Great query. Great query. Is your stepdad the weatherman? Is your stepdad the weatherman? Show for 2 weeks? Show for 2 weeks? We also ask the teacher a lot of questions. We also ask the teacher a lot of questions. They set up a vegetable garden to grow their own food. They set up a vegetable garden to grow their own food. We usually go for a walk in the evening. We usually go for a walk in the evening. Who are you working with? Who are you working with? They saw a herd of cows in the field. They saw a herd of cows in the field. Should develop. Should develop. They are playing football in the park. They are playing football in the park. I will go. I will go. I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. Should not advertise immediately. Should not advertise immediately. Wasn't I a monthly barista? Wasn't I a monthly barista? I had a light dinner and did not feel bloated as a result. I had a light dinner and did not feel bloated as a result. It wouldn't wait 3 days later. It wouldn't wait 3 days later. Should they insist? Should they insist? You act every day. You act every day. Do you have non-alcoholic beer? Do you have non-alcoholic beer? Let's make our own personal opening. Let's make our own personal opening. My father works late tonight. My father works late tonight. Traffic in the city is worse than in the countryside. Traffic in the city is worse than in the countryside. Reconcile. Reconcile. If you want to finish the task, you must start immediately. If you want to finish the task, you must start immediately. He's shouting 1 minute ago. He's shouting 1 minute ago. Are his brothers postmen? Are his brothers postmen? Can't they demand? Can't they demand? Aren't we hiding? Aren't we hiding? I don't like apples. I don't like apples. I prefer summer to winter. I prefer summer to winter. Can't install at sunrise. Can't install at sunrise. What would you like? What would you like? Can you install 2 hours ago? Can you install 2 hours ago? I have booked a vacation for the next month. I have booked a vacation for the next month. Shouldn't he be a physicist in 3 months? Shouldn't he be a physicist in 3 months? He won't forget your birthday, will he? He won't forget your birthday, will he? You will watch television. You will watch television. Your grandson was a gymnast. Your grandson was a gymnast. Remaining jobs. Remaining jobs. They won't go. They won't go. I always enjoy spending time with him. I always enjoy spending time with him. Should we reduce? Should we reduce? Is there any food or drink you really miss when you're away from home? Is there any food or drink you really miss when you're away from home? Was he an astronomer 3 centuries ago? Was he an astronomer 3 centuries ago? Is your stepdaughter a bailiff? Is your stepdaughter a bailiff? These are delicious hamburgers. These are delicious hamburgers. We'll convince you in 4 seconds. We'll convince you in 4 seconds. Are published monthly. Are published monthly. Which is your favorite movie theater? Which is your favorite movie theater? You learn often. You learn often. Do we need to do anything about my web address? Do we need to do anything about my web address? I wrote a letter to my friend. I wrote a letter to my friend. Experts from all over the world attended the conference. Experts from all over the world attended the conference. Will it release in a second? Will it release in a second? Is he bad? Is he bad? The party will have already started when we arrive. The party will have already started when we arrive. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Remaining tickets. Remaining tickets. Which restaurant did you eat at last night? Which restaurant did you eat at last night? I will be the richest man in the world. I will be the richest man in the world. The boy with glasses is the class president. The boy with glasses is the class president. Determined. Determined. Our half-brother was president. Our half-brother was president. Could it be a urologist? Could it be a urologist? Can you give me some advice? Can you give me some advice? Actually, I'm not feeling well today. Actually, I'm not feeling well today. I was kidnapped. I was kidnapped. Exercise is very easy for him. Exercise is very easy for him. Should you approach often? Should you approach often? Should not do internship after 1 day. Should not do internship after 1 day. Are you at home today? Are you at home today? Write 5 book titles on health and wellness. Write 5 book titles on health and wellness. Didn't he get any points? Didn't he get any points? He goes to the gym to exercise. He goes to the gym to exercise. Can I get a rain check for this promotional item? Can I get a rain check for this promotional item? How often? How often? Doesn't he come back every day? Doesn't he come back every day? Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Where can I find personal care products? Where can I find personal care products? They did not become manager at noon. They did not become manager at noon. Do you have to play? Do you have to play? I would like to work in a place where I can make a difference. I would like to work in a place where I can make a difference. Can't it rise? Can't it rise? Could he be a lawyer last year? Could he be a lawyer last year? It happens in May. It happens in May. The river flows fast. The river flows fast. Don't you have a non-stop flight in the morning? Don't you have a non-stop flight in the morning? Were our parents geographers? Were our parents geographers? My goal is to work hard. My goal is to work hard. Can you come with me? Can you come with me? We had the plumber replace the broken sink. We had the plumber replace the broken sink. He could speak 3 languages fluently. He could speak 3 languages fluently. They become more interested in politics. They become more interested in politics. The country's economy was heavily dependent on tourism. The country's economy was heavily dependent on tourism. In the end everything went well. In the end everything went well. We did not question. We did not question. Starve to death. Starve to death. Avoid strenuous activities for the next few days. Avoid strenuous activities for the next few days. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't hurt. I am going to the garden. I am going to the garden. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. The various types of cheese were very good. The various types of cheese were very good. The bus was late due to bad weather. The bus was late due to bad weather. The cat was chasing the mouse. The cat was chasing the mouse. Did they always agree? Did they always agree? Will he be a banker now? Will he be a banker now? I have booked a vacation for the next month. I have booked a vacation for the next month. By the end of the month I will have saved enough for a new car. By the end of the month I will have saved enough for a new car. Isn't he normally a foreman? Isn't he normally a foreman? She is a talented gymnast. She is a talented gymnast. Are you responsible? Are you responsible? They may not take a step last year. They may not take a step last year. Are there any books on the shelf? Are there any books on the shelf? Her brother-in-law is an insurer. Her brother-in-law is an insurer. We listen to music in the car. We listen to music in the car. I will go to bed early tonight. I will go to bed early tonight. Does he write children? Does he write children? I have a fever. I have a fever. The guitar was played by the musician. The guitar was played by the musician. Loyalty. Loyalty. You can hold my hand. You can hold my hand. Have you connected before? Have you connected before? You are in front of me. You are in front of me. I told you all my secrets. I told you all my secrets. These are cute kitties. These are cute kitties. Then he will complain at 2 a.m. Then he will complain at 2 a.m. My sons are good boys. My sons are good boys. John, can you ask Mary? John, can you ask Mary? We are cleaning the house. We are cleaning the house. Do we record these sessions normally? Do we record these sessions normally? They work efficiently. They work efficiently. Those cars go very fast. Those cars go very fast. Won't you marry? Won't you marry? I ate it before I came home. I ate it before I came home. I have an accent. I have an accent. Your mother-in-law was an inspector. Your mother-in-law was an inspector. He seems confident in his abilities. He seems confident in his abilities. You may not be an interviewer at sunset. You may not be an interviewer at sunset. When we reach the summit, we will have climbed for 2 hours. When we reach the summit, we will have climbed for 2 hours. We will be ready according to plan. We will be ready according to plan. You will rarely become a physiologist. You will rarely become a physiologist. Is Vlad aware? Is Vlad aware? They were discussing the project proposal. They were discussing the project proposal. They are planning to adopt a puppy from the shelter. They are planning to adopt a puppy from the shelter. 100 people attended the meeting. 100 people attended the meeting. Can I choose? Can I choose? He is watching TV right now. He is watching TV right now. Where can I find the frozen food section? Where can I find the frozen food section? He is working on a draft of the novel. He is working on a draft of the novel. Tony played guitar last year. Tony played guitar last year. I could see the moon rising over the mountains. I could see the moon rising over the mountains. I'm going to have to miss your concert because I have to work. I'm going to have to miss your concert because I have to work. I can visit. I can visit. Where can I find spices and herbs? Where can I find spices and herbs? When we got to the cinema, the movie had already started. When we got to the cinema, the movie had already started. Sold out. Sold out. Shouldn't he always kiss? Shouldn't he always kiss? By the end of this year, I will have learned to play the piano. By the end of this year, I will have learned to play the piano. I need an interpreter. I need an interpreter. Aren't we hiding? Aren't we hiding? Can't you see the sign? You cannot park here. Can't you see the sign? You cannot park here. They are made up of various backgrounds. They are made up of various backgrounds. The house has been recently renovated. The house has been recently renovated. The dumpster was full of trash and was starting to attract flies. The dumpster was full of trash and was starting to attract flies. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. We will attend a conference in 2 weeks. We will attend a conference in 2 weeks. We were studying for the exam when the fire alarm went off. We were studying for the exam when the fire alarm went off. Wouldn't it be an investment at dawn? Wouldn't it be an investment at dawn? Before. May not have rested. May not have rested. It should not contain 2 weeks. It should not contain 2 weeks. The movie was so sad, it made me cry. The movie was so sad, it made me cry. They practiced yoga to relieve stress. They practiced yoga to relieve stress. I will have completed my apprenticeship next year. I will have completed my apprenticeship next year. Our team will be in the office. Our team will be in the office. I wish I didn't have to study for this exam. I wish I didn't have to study for this exam. Often suspect. Often suspect. The plan was discussed at the meeting. The plan was discussed at the meeting. Didn't it take 10 years? Didn't it take 10 years? I won't buy the phone until I compare the prices. I won't buy the phone until I compare the prices. He has some money for the bus fare. He has some money for the bus fare. We went to the beach to enjoy the sun. We went to the beach to enjoy the sun. We didn't get points. We didn't get points. They want to open their own restaurant. They want to open their own restaurant. Negative. Negative. The burst of energy I felt after drinking that coffee was incredible. The burst of energy I felt after drinking that coffee was incredible. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. Do you have any? Do you have any? Our grandchildren are foremen. Our grandchildren are foremen. I thought you'd be here by now. I thought you'd be here by now. He wasn't a jungler 3 minutes ago. He wasn't a jungler 3 minutes ago. Is there anything you want to ask? Is there anything you want to ask? The bottom of the bottle was dirty. The bottom of the bottle was dirty. Banner impressions and click were working fine. Banner impressions and click were working fine. We had been driving for hours when we realized we were lost. We had been driving for hours when we realized we were lost. Didn't it cost 5 months ago? Didn't it cost 5 months ago? He cooked a delicious meal for his family. He cooked a delicious meal for his family. Couldn't they focus? Couldn't they focus? I'm going shopping with my friends this weekend. I'm going shopping with my friends this weekend. He may not like it. He may not like it. Would you suggest I try something special? Would you suggest I try something special? He enjoys playing basketball with his friends. He enjoys playing basketball with his friends. He's been running every morning for a month. He's been running every morning for a month. Didn't I become a scientist? Didn't I become a scientist? John is my friend. John is my friend. We are studying English grammar. We are studying English grammar. I want to go to the movie. I want to go to the movie. Which house is yours? Which house is yours? I have too much kindness. I have too much kindness. Is this true? Is this true? Should they insist? Should they insist? The children were playing with their toys in the playroom. The children were playing with their toys in the playroom. Can you help me find the nearest post office? Can you help me find the nearest post office? Excuse me, where is the toilet? Excuse me, where is the toilet? Students were writing an essay for their homework. Students were writing an essay for their homework. He did not assume occasionally. He did not assume occasionally. I won't go out if it rains. I won't go out if it rains. Do you have any vegan options? Do you have any vegan options? Wouldn't you handle? Wouldn't you handle? I wouldn't call. I wouldn't call. Does this store have a bakery section? Does this store have a bakery section? His sister was an analyst. His sister was an analyst. Is my uncle the driver? Is my uncle the driver? Are we invited? Are we invited? I have one child. I have one child. Wouldn't he be a senator after a weekend? Wouldn't he be a senator after a weekend? Former CEO accused of fraud. Former CEO accused of fraud. I should not create. I should not create. Aren't we going to be chemists in a week? Aren't we going to be chemists in a week? If you think it will help. If you think it will help. Look at this. Look at this. Can't install at sunrise. Can't install at sunrise. Let's go back. Please, John. Let's go back. Please, John. When the concert is over, I will be listening to my favorite songs live. When the concert is over, I will be listening to my favorite songs live. I have to pick up my son from school. I have to pick up my son from school. Awareness. Awareness. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Is your spouse a physicist? Is your spouse a physicist? The concert was cancelled due to bad weather conditions. The concert was cancelled due to bad weather conditions. Had they finished all the tasks before the deadline? Had they finished all the tasks before the deadline? Playing football is fun. Playing football is fun. He would become a manager one day. He would become a manager one day. Am I an artist every week? Am I an artist every week? You could go out with your friends if you had finished your homework. You could go out with your friends if you had finished your homework. How would you like to cook? How would you like to cook? If I had more energy, I would exercise every day. If I had more energy, I would exercise every day. You were monthly. You were monthly. Are we known at night? Are we known at night? I am available. I am available. I will meet my friends later. I will meet my friends later. If he practices every day, he will improve his skills. If he practices every day, he will improve his skills. I need to fix the leaky faucet. I need to fix the leaky faucet. The old building used to be a school. The old building used to be a school. We do not control. We do not control. Can you provide account information? Can you provide account information? My son was a hydrologist. My son was a hydrologist. Would you come with me? Would you come with me? Geo-targeting. Geo-targeting. Aren't we missionaries after a weekend? Aren't we missionaries after a weekend? Important. Important. How much does a hamburger cost? How much does a hamburger cost? Can't be a hydrologist after 1 hour? Can't be a hydrologist after 1 hour? Couldn't they focus? Couldn't they focus? They went to Japan last year and enjoyed the food and culture. They went to Japan last year and enjoyed the food and culture. I believe it is necessary to be able to communicate in English. I believe it is necessary to be able to communicate in English. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We will have dinner at 6. We will have dinner at 6. The restaurant was full of people. The restaurant was full of people. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Do you rarely become a director? Do you rarely become a director? They dance gracefully. They dance gracefully. Can you please repeat it? Can you please repeat it? His half-sister is the referee. His half-sister is the referee. Did he try now? Did he try now? All instructions are included in the manual. All instructions are included in the manual. We would retire. We would retire. We only have 1 bedroom in our house. We only have 1 bedroom in our house. I didn't make a growth plan. I didn't make a growth plan. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. Do you have a big family? Do you have a big family? What is the character limit for this field? What is the character limit for this field? Want a question before we start? Want a question before we start? He attended a workshop to learn about photography. He attended a workshop to learn about photography. We hope to reach our goals this year. We hope to reach our goals this year. I have 12 brothers and sisters. I have 12 brothers and sisters. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. Can I connect after 4 weekends? Can I connect after 4 weekends? Can you meet me at the restaurant at 7 p.m.? Can you meet me at the restaurant at 7 p.m.? Sometimes it may not roll. Sometimes it may not roll. May not be available every week. May not be available every week. Will I not name? Will I not name? Related. Related. The camera of the new phone is better than the old one. The camera of the new phone is better than the old one. Construction workers will build the new bridge for months. Construction workers will build the new bridge for months. You should have called me before you came. You should have called me before you came. Your cousins are oncologists. Your cousins are oncologists. My nephew was a gardener. My nephew was a gardener. Can I explain at noon? Can I explain at noon? Can you please get your back? Can you please get your back? He used to smoke but quit. He used to smoke but quit. I shouldn't play weekly. I shouldn't play weekly. He always wears a watch. He always wears a watch. I made a special meal for my wife. I made a special meal for my wife. Will they join us for the game? Will they join us for the game? He lost his wallet on the bus. He lost his wallet on the bus. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. Is there any topic? Is there any topic? When do you work in the garden? When do you work in the garden? I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Should it burn 10 years? Should it burn 10 years? I say, suspicion, suspicion. Should you die? Should you die? The use of force is not allowed. The use of force is not allowed. Does it have to calculate 2 weeks? Does it have to calculate 2 weeks? We must pay attention to our environment. We must pay attention to our environment. Opposite, opposite. Our smoothies are made from real fruit and no artificial flavors are used. Our smoothies are made from real fruit and no artificial flavors are used. Do you have lactose-free options? Do you have lactose-free options? I can't be late. I have to get up early tomorrow. I can't be late. I have to get up early tomorrow. We go shopping on the weekends. We go shopping on the weekends. We must respect other people's opinions. We must respect other people's opinions. If you don't have breakfast, you'll be hungry later. If you don't have breakfast, you'll be hungry later. I found my keys. I found my keys. Won't they air it later at 5 p.m.? Won't they air it later at 5 p.m.? Vandalism is a crime. Vandalism is a crime. Will they never impress? Will they never impress? We've known about the party for weeks. We've known about the party for weeks. Where can I find canned tuna? Where can I find canned tuna? Is there something we missed? Is there something we missed? He read a book before going to bed. He read a book before going to bed. We celebrated New Year's with fireworks. We celebrated New Year's with fireworks. They will go on vacation next month. They will go on vacation next month. Your grandfather was a football player. Your grandfather was a football player. It could be poison. It could be poison. The musicians will record their new album in the studio. The musicians will record their new album in the studio. In 2 months we would yawn. In 2 months we would yawn. They will study for their exams tonight. They will study for their exams tonight. You should not interrupt others when they are speaking. You should not interrupt others when they are speaking. I'm going to visit my family this weekend. I'm going to visit my family this weekend. I should have been an artist before. I should have been an artist before. He had not been able to find his passport before his trip. He had not been able to find his passport before his trip. I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful. I took a nap after lunch. I took a nap after lunch. Avoid eating junk food to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Avoid eating junk food to maintain a healthy lifestyle. He has been studying Spanish for 6 months. He has been studying Spanish for 6 months. Cost. Cost. What is your heart telling you? What is your heart telling you? Shouldn't he be a hematologist after 4 years? Shouldn't he be a hematologist after 4 years? He needs to brush his teeth before going to bed. He needs to brush his teeth before going to bed. But I don't think it's the right decision. But I don't think it's the right decision. Item of the list. Item of the list. Evening. Evening. He can run a marathon in under 4 hours. He can run a marathon in under 4 hours. When I got to the party, everyone had already left. When I got to the party, everyone had already left. I think English is a very important language. I think English is a very important language. He needs to exercise regularly for his health. He needs to exercise regularly for his health. I agree with your thinking. I agree with your thinking. I will go to the cinema tomorrow. I will go to the cinema tomorrow. We were playing tennis on the court. We were playing tennis on the court. Will it encourage? Will it encourage? Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Your colleague is an optician. Your colleague is an optician. Did I become a foreman? Did I become a foreman? How many brands were affected? How many brands were affected? Shouldn't you give permission? Shouldn't you give permission? She knows how to cook. She knows how to cook. After that, I realized that I made a mistake. After that, I realized that I made a mistake. Is his brother a geographer? Is his brother a geographer? Our aunt was a botanist. Our aunt was a botanist. The train leaves at 11 a.m. The train leaves at 11 a.m. Is this product organic? Is this product organic? Unsuitable. Unsuitable. They read books in their spare time. They read books in their spare time. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? These are your files. These are your files. Always announces. Always announces. Placeholder text is only temporary. Placeholder text is only temporary. What's the problem? What's the problem? I just need to believe in me. I just need to believe in me. Can we accept every week? Can we accept every week? I am a scientist and I study the sea. I am a scientist and I study the sea. His stepmother was a shop assistant. His stepmother was a shop assistant. English is also the language of science and technology. English is also the language of science and technology. He is not visiting. He is not visiting. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Both the employees and the company will benefit from this arrangement. Both the employees and the company will benefit from this arrangement. I'm meeting my friends in town tomorrow. I'm meeting my friends in town tomorrow. Not applicable. Not applicable. We would never defend. We would never defend. Does he have? Does he have? On family trips, you go to the zoo. On family trips, you go to the zoo. Can we imply 5 centuries ahead? Can we imply 5 centuries ahead? I'm behind you. I'm behind you. All of 2022. All of 2022. I would measure. I would measure. It was a great success. It was a great success. Can you buy some milk from the grocery store? Can you buy some milk from the grocery store? To wander. To wander. He is more confident in his abilities. He is more confident in his abilities. Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? Please give me time, let me see. Please give me time, let me see. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. Was his colleague a bounty hunter? Was his colleague a bounty hunter? I take a shower in the morning. I take a shower in the morning. He is very busy with his work and does not have much free time. He is very busy with his work and does not have much free time. He was able to fix the broken computer. He was able to fix the broken computer. One day later it would not match. One day later it would not match. Sorry for making you cry. Sorry for making you cry. It only matters if it matters to you. It only matters if it matters to you. I've never skied before. I've never skied before. I drink a cup of coffee when I wake up. I drink a cup of coffee when I wake up. Can you repeat please? Can you repeat please? Can I have your email address, please? Can I have your email address, please? Shouldn't I run away? Shouldn't I run away? Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. The restaurant was closed when we arrived. The restaurant was closed when we arrived. Last year we used ABC. Last year we used ABC. We will visit our relatives at the weekend. We will visit our relatives at the weekend. Some kind of toy. Some kind of toy. He plays the guitar very well. He plays the guitar very well. When we got to the cinema, the movie had already started. When we got to the cinema, the movie had already started. How should I cook fresh tuna? How should I cook fresh tuna? Sharks are the deadliest predators in the ocean. Sharks are the deadliest predators in the ocean. She won't be cooking until she goes grocery shopping. She won't be cooking until she goes grocery shopping. Weekly consultant. Weekly consultant. We play video games on the weekends. We play video games on the weekends. The movie we watched last night was really scary. The movie we watched last night was really scary. I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. Can he talk for 2 weeks? Can he talk for 2 weeks? You choose after 3 days. You choose after 3 days. They believe in ghosts. They believe in ghosts. Are you going to school? Are you going to school? They must be tired after such a long journey. They must be tired after such a long journey. He called me yesterday. He called me yesterday. You will meet your friends for lunch tomorrow. You will meet your friends for lunch tomorrow. Why will you come with me? Why will you come with me? You'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow. Were their grandchildren bus drivers? Were their grandchildren bus drivers? What a great performance. What a great performance. I always drink it when it comes to my house. I always drink it when it comes to my house. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. Could you add some more sugar to my tea? Could you add some more sugar to my tea? We like to watch movies, they said. We like to watch movies, they said. Do you sell fresh eggs? Do you sell fresh eggs? His grandmother's legacy inspired him. His grandmother's legacy inspired him. I spoke to my best friend on the phone. I spoke to my best friend on the phone. Can we protect it after 3 years? Can we protect it after 3 years? Rarely came. Rarely came. Infrastructure. Infrastructure. Enjoying next year. Enjoying next year. He wants to try rock climbing. He wants to try rock climbing. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? It may not go right away. It may not go right away. Can you get me a glass of water, please? Can you get me a glass of water, please? He's listening. He's listening. He has been learning Spanish for a while. He has been learning Spanish for a while. I think too. I think too. Can't I die after one night? Can't I die after one night? We go to school by bus. We go to school by bus. Don't we trade annually? Don't we trade annually? His aunts were psychologists. His aunts were psychologists. Other hands. Other hands. Students are studying for the exam. Students are studying for the exam. This came for you and I did this to you. This came for you and I did this to you. Your granddaughter is the photographer. Your granddaughter is the photographer. The coffee shop is busier than usual. The coffee shop is busier than usual. We can go for a walk in the city. We can go for a walk in the city. My backpack is heavier than yours. My backpack is heavier than yours. Couldn't he go at night? Couldn't he go at night? Was not nervous. Was not nervous. He has to study for his exams. He has to study for his exams. They worked hard so they achieved their goals. They worked hard so they achieved their goals. Social. Social. Aren't we supposed to be important? Aren't we supposed to be important? Can I get a rain check for this limited time offer? Can I get a rain check for this limited time offer? Was I a regular sometimes? Was I a regular sometimes? I must not forget to water the plants while I am away. I must not forget to water the plants while I am away. He would say. He would say. I feel sick if I eat too much. I feel sick if I eat too much. Consistency in learning a new skill leads to mastery. Consistency in learning a new skill leads to mastery. Not every year an esthetician. Not every year an esthetician. Have you ever been outside the country? They asked. Have you ever been outside the country? They asked. Placeholder text is only temporary. Placeholder text is only temporary. In 3 nights, there will be no vice president. In 3 nights, there will be no vice president. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow. I know the boy next to your brother. I know the boy next to your brother. I don't notice anything special about the case here. I don't notice anything special about the case here. What do you think of my company? What do you think of my company? Was your grandfather a cook? Was your grandfather a cook? My laptop is faster than yours. My laptop is faster than yours. Was my stepbrother a pharmacist? Was my stepbrother a pharmacist? I wish I didn't have to wake up early. I wish I didn't have to wake up early. Aren't they surrounded? Aren't they surrounded? Why did you quit your job? Because I found a better opportunity. Why did you quit your job? Because I found a better opportunity. I have too much pride. I have too much pride. We have a great time playing board games. We have a great time playing board games. Didn't I become a tradesman a week ago? Didn't I become a tradesman a week ago? You can shake it after 4 nights. You can shake it after 4 nights. My brother was an architect. My brother was an architect. I rode my bike to the park. I rode my bike to the park. Has he finished cleaning his room? Has he finished cleaning his room? Although the book is long, it is gripping. Although the book is long, it is gripping. How should I cook fresh tuna? Just grill for 4 minutes on each side. How should I cook fresh tuna? Just grill for 4 minutes on each side. They were firefighters before. They were firefighters before. I talked to my boss about my job performance. I talked to my boss about my job performance. He goes to the gym during the week. He goes to the gym during the week. How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? They are assumed every month. They are assumed every month. Did not stay often. Did not stay often. Do you mind if I use your toilet? Do you mind if I use your toilet? Can be connected every year. Can be connected every year. Your grandpa is the babysitter. Your grandpa is the babysitter. We would have cancelled the picnic if it had rained. We would have cancelled the picnic if it had rained. Specific point. Specific point. They became dealers last year. They became dealers last year. Banner impressions and click were working fine. Banner impressions and click were working fine. Is our brother an inventor? Is our brother an inventor? Sweat. Sweat. Developer every month, right? Developer every month, right? Will he use it right away? Will he use it right away? They should not fly the traffic controller after 3 weeks. They should not fly the traffic controller after 3 weeks. My brother is smart. My brother is smart. The photo was posted on social media. The photo was posted on social media. She will be shopping for clothes at the mall tomorrow. She will be shopping for clothes at the mall tomorrow. He loves to travel to new countries. He loves to travel to new countries. His grandson was a developer. His grandson was a developer. As a matter of fact. As a matter of fact. They ran a marathon. They ran a marathon. I wish I had more opportunities for career advancement. I wish I had more opportunities for career advancement. Won't we be connecting? Won't we be connecting? They will be in a second. They will be in a second. They've seen the Grand Canyon. They've seen the Grand Canyon. Couldn't he be a missionary later on? Couldn't he be a missionary later on? I won't find out in 4 months. I won't find out in 4 months. You should not use your phone while driving. You should not use your phone while driving. My English is better than before. My English is better than before. Fail to collect. Fail to collect. The dog is too aggressive to approach. The dog is too aggressive to approach. They come from different countries but have a common language. They come from different countries but have a common language. Working with everyday English expressions to improve our English. Working with everyday English expressions to improve our English. They are going on vacation during the summer vacation. They are going on vacation during the summer vacation. She was shopping for new clothes at the mall. She was shopping for new clothes at the mall. Could you please pass me the menu? Could you please pass me the menu? The computer is working perfectly. The computer is working perfectly. It's raining outside. It's raining outside. Property. Property. I have a problem for the first time in my life. I have a problem for the first time in my life. When are you working? When are you working? He always arrives on time. He always arrives on time. When will you come home? When will you come home? Despite the noise, he managed to focus on his work. Despite the noise, he managed to focus on his work. I'm so thirsty I could drink an entire lake. I'm so thirsty I could drink an entire lake. Where can I find office supplies? Where can I find office supplies? They are not normally filmmakers. They are not normally filmmakers. We didn't watch. We didn't watch. He was typing on his laptop when I entered the room. He was typing on his laptop when I entered the room. I don't want to lose a lot of my stuff for magazines. I don't want to lose a lot of my stuff for magazines. Their cousins are bounty hunters. Their cousins are bounty hunters. They were waiting for the bus when it finally arrived. They were waiting for the bus when it finally arrived. We would care. We would care. Are we creating 4 afternoons? Are we creating 4 afternoons? The officer is often oiling his gun. The officer is often oiling his gun. You cannot teach. You cannot teach. Haven't found your keys yet? Haven't found your keys yet? I do not exclude. I do not exclude. Can I use coupons for my shopping? Can I use coupons for my shopping? I'm sorry I knocked over your vase. I'm sorry I knocked over your vase. You were a good person. You were a good person. Doesn't he play? Doesn't he play? He joined a running club to prepare for a marathon. He joined a running club to prepare for a marathon. By the end of the year I will have learned to play the guitar. By the end of the year I will have learned to play the guitar. I should not create. I should not create. Which is your favorite park? Which is your favorite park? Can you suggest good places to go on holiday? Can you suggest good places to go on holiday? My family will visit us next month. My family will visit us next month. Will it hold up immediately? Will it hold up immediately? Did he play the piano as a kid? Did he play the piano as a kid? We would never defend. We would never defend. They can spy right away. They can spy right away. Excuse me, where can I find dairy products? Excuse me, where can I find dairy products? The flowers are beautiful. The flowers are beautiful. He was supposed to attend the meeting this morning. He was supposed to attend the meeting this morning. I'm going to the movies tonight. I'm going to the movies tonight. Your daughter was a registrar. Your daughter was a registrar. Is he bad? Is he bad? I'm going to the grocery store to buy some milk. I'm going to the grocery store to buy some milk. Shouldn't it be adjusted for 1 week later? Shouldn't it be adjusted for 1 week later? Are informed monthly. Are informed monthly. Can I wear it after 2 weeks? Can I wear it after 2 weeks? Should we rank? Should we rank? Will write. Will write. I'm not sure what you need. I'm not sure what you need. You don't know my talent. You don't know my talent. Your wife owns the house. Your wife owns the house. He likes to do sports. He likes to do sports. Was her husband a philosopher? Was her husband a philosopher? When I talked to their previous manager, they said the same thing. When I talked to their previous manager, they said the same thing. Relatives were speakers. Relatives were speakers. I asked him to help me with the project. I asked him to help me with the project. I do not have time. I do not have time. He is the illustrator. He is the illustrator. What kind of special place? What kind of special place? I'll be watching TV at 9. I'll be watching TV at 9. When do you usually have lunch? When do you usually have lunch? Snowstorm. Snowstorm. What do you think of the street? What do you think of the street? Can they worry right away? Can they worry right away? Public transport is a common way of getting around the city. Public transport is a common way of getting around the city. Same kind of. Same kind of. He will fix the car engine. He will fix the car engine. Beetroot. Beetroot. The government should invest more in education. The government should invest more in education. This is my computer. This is my computer. He had studied medicine for years before becoming a doctor. He had studied medicine for years before becoming a doctor. You cannot comment after midnight. You cannot comment after midnight. Can you turn off the lights? Can you turn off the lights? His brothers were art directors. His brothers were art directors. Shouldn't I mix? Shouldn't I mix? We didn't finish any tickets. We didn't finish any tickets. This is the park where we played when we were kids. This is the park where we played when we were kids. Can I have your email address, please? Can I have your email address, please? Can I use a mobile payment app? Can I use a mobile payment app? Wouldn't it connect? Wouldn't it connect? It was taken from me. It was taken from me. I've already eaten lunch. I've already eaten lunch. I want to dance with you. I want to dance with you. I won't be able to take a long vacation sooner than next year. I won't be able to take a long vacation sooner than next year. Sometimes they were musicians. Sometimes they were musicians. The next part of this journey went much faster. The next part of this journey went much faster. Your daughter is an artist. Your daughter is an artist. Without. Then he is convinced. Then he is convinced. I hit my leg. I hit my leg. Can you ever settle down? Can you ever settle down? Filthy. Your friend was the captain. Your friend was the captain. The garbage disposal is clogged. The garbage disposal is clogged. They are your keys. They are your keys. Will he comment on last year? Will he comment on last year? Let me know if you need some time to think. Let me know if you need some time to think. Do you have any cooking utensils? Do you have any cooking utensils? I just want them to like you. I just want them to like you. We see it at sunrise. We see it at sunrise. I stroked my chest as I coughed. I stroked my chest as I coughed. He watched a movie with his girlfriend. He watched a movie with his girlfriend. I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. Do not think like that. Do not think like that. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. What do we get? What do we get? Should not hate. Should not hate. At the end of the month, I will have paid off all my debts. At the end of the month, I will have paid off all my debts. Equal. Equal. The horse the cowboy rode was wild and untamed. The horse the cowboy rode was wild and untamed. Are there stepdads archaeologists? Are there stepdads archaeologists? I found an article explaining how to grow organic vegetables. I found an article explaining how to grow organic vegetables. After 2 weeks can diversify. After 2 weeks can diversify. After 5 minutes they would grow. After 5 minutes they would grow. I can't believe how terrible this is. I can't believe how terrible this is. They said they want to go on vacation. They said they want to go on vacation. We couldn't come 2 days ago. We couldn't come 2 days ago. The book I'm reading is very interesting. The book I'm reading is very interesting. I don't know if it will come. I don't know if it will come. The car is in front of the garage. The car is in front of the garage. Is your nephew a waiter? Is your nephew a waiter? Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? They will have packed their bags by tomorrow morning. They will have packed their bags by tomorrow morning. His half-sister was a cashier. His half-sister was a cashier. Yes, what about the rest of the countries? Yes, what about the rest of the countries? Does it fix it right away? Does it fix it right away? They were not accepted annually. They were not accepted annually. Don't you need to meet? Don't you need to meet? How long have you had the problem? How long have you had the problem? Can you lend me a pen? Can you lend me a pen? He will take a photo trip to the mountains. He will take a photo trip to the mountains. Are we invited? Are we invited? Doesn't say much. Doesn't say much. After 3 months there will be no driver. After 3 months there will be no driver. We are rent. We are rent. You remember our conversation. You remember our conversation. If I had $1 million, I would travel the world. If I had $1 million, I would travel the world. He watches the stars at night. He watches the stars at night. Come down. Come down. We help them with their homework. We help them with their homework. Shouldn't we go to the dermatologist later in the morning? Shouldn't we go to the dermatologist later in the morning? Please let's check. Please let's check. Air purifier helps with allergies and asthma. Air purifier helps with allergies and asthma. Then we are not stewardess. Then we are not stewardess. I want one of these. I want one of these. Have you destroyed it at 3 midnight before? Have you destroyed it at 3 midnight before? The car was driven at high speed. The car was driven at high speed. He wrote a letter to his friend. He wrote a letter to his friend. He has to meet his friends at the restaurant. He has to meet his friends at the restaurant. I must not discover. I must not discover. Have you been listening to music all day? Have you been listening to music all day? They can become beekeepers after 4 weeks. They can become beekeepers after 4 weeks. We need to exercise regularly for our health. We need to exercise regularly for our health. The pharmacy is located down the aisle on the right. The pharmacy is located down the aisle on the right. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. Will he not rest immediately? Will he not rest immediately? Can you ever settle down? Can you ever settle down? The weather was fine during the week, but on the picnic day it started to rain. The weather was fine during the week, but on the picnic day it started to rain. Shouldn't we rule at sunset? Shouldn't we rule at sunset? They're coming home late tonight. They're coming home late tonight. All the evidence points to him being guilty. All the evidence points to him being guilty. The baby is crawling on the floor. The baby is crawling on the floor. Better today. Better today. Precision. Precision. Didn't he do it at sunrise? Didn't he do it at sunrise? Waiting for you. Waiting for you. He is not seldom a trainer. He is not seldom a trainer. How about going to the karaoke bar tonight? How about going to the karaoke bar tonight? How can I help you? How can I help you? Doesn't he row at noon? Doesn't he row at noon? Sometimes they need to be cold. Sometimes they need to be cold. We can be agents 4 nights ago. We can be agents 4 nights ago. From one candidate to another. From one candidate to another. I support you as your teacher. I support you as your teacher. Was my uncle a mechanic? Was my uncle a mechanic? For a healthy lifestyle, you should exercise regularly. For a healthy lifestyle, you should exercise regularly. This dish is too spicy for me. This dish is too spicy for me. They visited London. They visited London. I've never seen this car before. I've never seen this car before. I'm in the room next to you. I'm in the room next to you. Give birth. Give birth. Wasn't I a monthly barista? Wasn't I a monthly barista? He watched a movie last night. He watched a movie last night. The car parked in the handicapped spot was fined. The car parked in the handicapped spot was fined. Can't you be curious? Can't you be curious? I'll be studying in the library at 6 o'clock tonight. I'll be studying in the library at 6 o'clock tonight. He watched that show many times. He watched that show many times. If you come to school, we'll have dinner together. If you come to school, we'll have dinner together. Our sister was a marketer. Our sister was a marketer. These people are in the park. These people are in the park. Next year, he will have visited all the major cities of Europe. Next year, he will have visited all the major cities of Europe. I will have completed my training program by the end of this week. I will have completed my training program by the end of this week. Is her grandfather a stylist? Is her grandfather a stylist? Was my grandfather a jockey? Was my grandfather a jockey? Encourage. Encourage. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. Couldn't he sometimes point out? Couldn't he sometimes point out? Electricity powers our homes. Electricity powers our homes. Their cousin is the air traffic controller. Their cousin is the air traffic controller. Coffee spills on the floor. Coffee spills on the floor. Will they invite us to their wedding? Will they invite us to their wedding? They seem lost. They seem lost. I can't imagine my life without it. I can't imagine my life without it. I went to the dentist to have my teeth cleaned. I went to the dentist to have my teeth cleaned. I want to ask a lot of questions. I want to ask a lot of questions. Still, there are some unanswered questions. Still, there are some unanswered questions. It was one of the most memorable moments of my life. It was one of the most memorable moments of my life. Can they confess? Can they confess? Mary goes to the gym, and so do I. Mary goes to the gym, and so do I. The baby cries for attention. The baby cries for attention. Is the agent. Is the agent. Then you can't. Then you can't. Despite heavy traffic, we managed to reach our destination. Despite heavy traffic, we managed to reach our destination. The letter was received this morning. The letter was received this morning. How lively! How lively! He knows the truth. He knows the truth. Was his stepfather a greengrocer? Was his stepfather a greengrocer? I go to the market to buy cheap food. I go to the market to buy cheap food. They don't go to concerts, do they? They don't go to concerts, do they? My grandfather is the caretaker. My grandfather is the caretaker. I don't care if you're 35. I don't care if you're 35. Make sure. Make sure. At least. At least. Could he have been a psychiatrist 5 centuries ago? Could he have been a psychiatrist 5 centuries ago? Is he bad? Is he bad? She is a talented actress. She is a talented actress. You become a carpenter in 4 days. You become a carpenter in 4 days. Do I ever evaluate? Do I ever evaluate? The house is beyond durability. The house is beyond durability. We cleaned the house after the party. We cleaned the house after the party. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to music. We don't have much time to finish the project. We don't have much time to finish the project. The dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. My brother and I share the same room. My brother and I share the same room. We organized a charity event to collect donations for a good cause. We organized a charity event to collect donations for a good cause. I am God's beloved servant. I am God's beloved servant. The team has won 2 championships in a row. The team has won 2 championships in a row. She's going to bake a cake for her daughter's birthday tomorrow. She's going to bake a cake for her daughter's birthday tomorrow. If you eat too much, you may feel sick. If you eat too much, you may feel sick. Have you been to this country before? Have you been to this country before? What is your dream? What is your dream? The cat sitting at the table is naughty. The cat sitting at the table is naughty. We moved into our new home last month. We moved into our new home last month. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Previously protected. Previously protected. They told us, we will be late. They told us, we will be late. I can't wait. I can't wait. They are interested in learning new languages. They are interested in learning new languages. He always orders burgers and fries at the restaurant. He always orders burgers and fries at the restaurant. She is very talented in singing and dancing. She is very talented in singing and dancing. Can you contact me? Can you contact me? Are there grandchildren announcers? Are there grandchildren announcers? 2 I will work. 2 I will work. I must let you know at dusk. I must let you know at dusk. I wish I had $1,000,000. I wish I had $1,000,000. Can I evaluate? Can I evaluate? What time is it now? What time is it now? Was his stepfather a urologist? Was his stepfather a urologist? I have a cough for 3 weeks. I have a cough for 3 weeks. Insufficient. Insufficient. The students are listening to the teacher. The students are listening to the teacher. I haven't been a cleaner every year. I haven't been a cleaner every year. I cook weekly. I cook weekly. She did yoga every day and became more flexible as a result. She did yoga every day and became more flexible as a result. Relevance. Relevance. Can we influence? Can we influence? Is my stepdaughter a carpenter? Is my stepdaughter a carpenter? I did not mean that. I did not mean that. Are you traveling for business or pleasure? Are you traveling for business or pleasure? I have to finish reading this book for my book club. I have to finish reading this book for my book club. He must be a missionary. He must be a missionary.